Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. This is Alexandra from Motoverts. We are giving you very, very warm welcome from our headquarters in Warsaw. I hope you can hear us well and see us well. Please let us know in the comments how is it going. So we know, we are sure that it's all clear for you. So we are waiting for your comments, whoever have joined us. Please let us know that the technical issues are okay. So this is our 4th live, just to make a short summary. It's our small anniversary today, 1 month. We have had so far 3 lives. The first one was about the packing motorbikes and how we deal with the transport issues, how we prepare cages and everything. So it was a bit technical. If you'd like to see it, we will leave a comment here with the link to our first live. You can also go and see it on our YouTube or on our Facebook page. So it's all available. Second live was about each motorbike traveler's challenges. So we talked about how to prepare the trip, what are the challenges, what you have to think about even before the trip starts. So it was very, very long list with all the issues. We hope it was useful for you. And again, if you want to see it, you can go and watch it on the YouTube. Agata will paste the link in the comments to make it easier for you to find it. It's also available on the Facebook. The third live was all about what it was, Agatka? Our transports, logistics. So we talked about the logistics from the paperwork point of view and what are the general options, the sea transport, the land transport, the truck, the planes, everything what you can think of. So if you're interested in the logistics itself, not the technical aspect of the transport, go to our third live. It's also available on the YouTube and here on our Facebook fan page, and Agata again will paste the link. So today we would like to talk about travels, trip, adventures, excursions, tours, everything what you need to know when you think about traveling. It will be very interesting. We'll give you a lot of tips and a lot of options, so stay with us until the end. Please don't forget that you can sign up on to our newsletter, which is sent once a month, or we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All the interesting movies from trips and also from the live sessions are available there. So please do so, and we hope you will find it useful. So again, let us know if everything is fine, if you can hear us, if it is so. I hope. Okay, then let's begin. As you may know, we are a touring company. We are a touring and logistic company, but we are not DHL or any specific logistic enterprise. So we are very, very attached, and we do care a lot about tours which we prepare for you. This is one of our main activities beside the transports, and actually we love it. This is the cherry on the cake. This is the best fun which we can have. But contrary to what you may think, going on a trip is very diversified. You have plenty of options. And probably most of you think that the touring company like us just prepare the organized tours, trips for one specific type of customers or for the bikes, but it's nothing like that. And today we'll try to show you that we have very diversified offer of the tours and trips. We are prepared to all kind of needs of our clients, and we are perfectly aware how to do it, so you are happy with what you get. It's not like you expect to go on a luxury tour and you end up in a tent or anything like this. So we don't mix different type of bikes. We don't mix the different type of traveling. So you can actually get the best of what we can offer regarding the travels. We know that there is everywhere sun somewhere around the globe, so we prepare our tours with due diligence, and we don't take you during the monsoon season to East Asia, so you end up all wet and angry and unhappy. So we know all of these small backstage details, and we are aware of. We of course can share with you all the information. So if you have any questions here, like where we should go, when we should go where, or what is the best period to go to some area of the world, just drop us a comment here below the live, and we'll answer you. And this is the thing that people are not that much aware of, and they don't think so much before they start going on the trips, because they are just so freed, like, let's go now. And recently I had a call from someone trying to get to Europe and to travel from Europe to Moscow, which is going east to Asia, and he wanted to start a trip in November, which means Moscow in December, which means like -20 or -30 Celsius degrees. I don't think it's the best idea. Of course, it's doable. And here, greetings to Marco, PL, White Wolf. We have a friend who does this kind of trips in the middle of winter, and it's absolutely amazing, and it's crazy in a positive sense, but it's not for everyone. Okay, so today we'll talk about our tours. We have different type of tours. We have mixed tours, mixed organized tours. We have tours for women only. We have self-guided tours, and we have small surprise for you. And following the super nice rule, which we like, ladies first, we'll talk about women first. Our project of women-only tours is called Tylko dla Orlic. Some of you may have heard this name. It's a Polish name, and it was super difficult to translate into English because it's kind of expression, and we really were thinking long and hard what to do with it. So this is how motorbirds arise, but it's not exact translation. So our project Tylko dla Orlic, women-only tours, started in 2016. It was our beginnings. And the idea behind it was to gather these positive girls and women together, and to go with them to one of the most exciting places on earth. We chose the highest mountains, the Himalayas, for our first tour, which was very, very challenging. I think for not only for me, for all of us. But we wanted to show the girls, as it was the first tour, something super, so they can join us later if they like it, and they can, what is more important, see and prove to themselves that they can actually do it. Because when we came up with the idea with this project, there was a lot of criticism around and a lot of objections. People were telling us, no, you cannot do it, you will not find enough girls. Or even if you find and you start the trip, then you will have problems with too much luggage. You will start to quarrel about whatever. All this misleading general thinking. But we were super determined. And once we decided to do it, we did it. So we gathered a group of girls and we went to the Himalayas. And you can see our super t-shirt from the first trip. It's not from the first trip actually, but this is our logo from the Himalaya trip. And we went there with a challenging route, and we actually proved to ourselves that we can do trips on our own rules, with our own pace, in the way that we want to do it, and nobody will tell us go faster, go slower, go this way or that way. So without any stress, and the way we actually like to do it. Was it challenging? Yes, it was super challenging. What is difficult? Yes, sometimes very much so, because we had rain, it was kind of off-road tour, so we have difficult terrain. Was it rewarding? Yes, it was super rewarding, very much. Girls, if any of you is with us, you remember this tour, it was so fun, so great. I actually loved it. And when we came back from that tour, we decided to continue with the project, because it went so good. And that's how all the idea of women-only tours started. So since then, we prepare 2 or 3 trips every year for women. And now, just to make sure you understand, it's not trips only for these kick-ass off-road riders who are the best riders you can imagine. We have trips which are prepared for either skilled off-road riders, but we have also trips for let's say more beginners, or for ladies and for girls who don't want to make this off-road challenging. We are very proud of the fact that many of our girls customers, women customers are ex-pillions. They've been riding around the world for many years as pillions and sitting on the back on the seat of the bike with their husbands usually, and they were too afraid to actually start traveling on their own. So what we try to convince them is, come on, let's join us. We have a trip perfect for you. We'll not do it too difficult. You will feel comfortable. We go slow, we go on your pace, we help each other. And what is most important, it's not only about riding. Listen, it's like we ride, of course, every day because it's a motorbike tour. But what we do also is we visit a lot of super interesting places. Usually the best word is to see within the area. We do some other exercises, like, for example, yoga in the morning, or some cooking classes. I remember we visited the nunnery, the ladies monks monastery in the Himalayas, and we cooked together. So we always try to find something extra clients, so they feel comfortable and they don't only ride the bike, but they also know the world around and the diversity. So since 2016, we have had so far quite many of these type of tours. We always dress up our ladies properly and nice. So have a look here. We have a Sri Lanka t-shirt, which is, I think, great, with the elephant and yellow color, which is connected to the sun. We were in Kyrgyzstan. This is our Kyrgyzstan t-shirt, super green because Kyrgyzstan is green and full of mountains. We have, for example, here Colombia. Colombia was our last year tour, which was the soft version, let's say cultural version. So we went through Colombia, entire Colombia, and the good thing was that the group was mixed by Polish ladies and Lithuanian ladies, so we have this intracultural exchange, which is not that obvious in case of other, let's say, organized tours. In our tours, during our tours, very often you have people from 5, 6, 7 different countries, and believe me, it's so amazing and so fantastic to see how they interact and what are the cultural differences, and actually how they see the world from different perspective, which is based on where they come from. It's really, really great. Here we have one more t-shirt because this is the one that Agata lost. Agata, especially for you, from our last off-road tour with ladies, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. We did it last autumn. And to be honest, it was super difficult. It was so far the most difficult tour for girls which we had. In the scale up to 10, I would say it was 8, and we had quite a few difficulties on the way, but we managed to deal with all of them. However, it was really difficult. And yeah, now a small surprise, because the movie from this trip was supposed to be shown to the world in the cinema just before all this pandemic started. So at the end of the day, we had the movie, we had the cinema, we had everything prepared, but unfortunately the day we were supposed to have our big day, they closed everything. So we didn't have our show, but the movie will be available starting from this Sunday, I think it's 17th of May, at 12 on one of the biggest Polish portals, onet.pl. So we invite you to have a look on this. Of course, we'll let you know closer to the event, but we are looking forward to this movie very, very much. It was done by our friend Odeta Moro. Greetings to Odeta. Thank you for this. It is super great job, professional, and the movie is interesting. So we hope you will join us. So ladies, we invite you to join any of our tours. There is always something for you. There is an off-road version, there is there is an option with softer version. We do the tours all over the world, depending where is the good time. We prepare it with 1 year in advance, so you can think, you can decide what is your dream, and you can ask us any questions you want. If you want to ask us a question now, let's do it. Any questions do we have? No questions for now. So this year plans, of course, we do have plans. They're a bit under the question mark, but this year we plan to go with our off-road girls to Colombia and to ride through the Andes, the green Andes, and through the gravel roads. And softer trip, more cultural one, we'll have where? Try to guess. We'll have in Cuba. So Cuba is on the plate. Let's hope both of these trips will take place. It's planned for late autumn, so until then maybe the airplanes will start again and we can actually do it. And you hear in the background another lady from here, our dog, which is very anxious about what we are doing. And anyway, yeah, we are full of ladies. Okay, so this was the ladies' trips. The second big segment which we have are the mixed group trips, mixed tours. What does it mean? It means that the trips are open for everyone. In practice, it means that most of the participants are men. Not all of them. Sometimes you always find the girls joining us. It depends on the individual preferences. Some girls prefer to ride in the mixed groups. We also find quite often, and actually more often every year, couples or even, for example, parents or fathers taking their sons or vice versa. So kind of small family reunions, which actually is very nice, and it gives a different flavor to the entire trip. So we appreciate it, we love it, and we encourage you to do so, to actually take your friends, take your family, take your children, take your mother or father on a trip, and you will see the world from very different perspective. And I am sure you will know your father, your family, or whoever you go to from a little bit different light, because always these challenges and extreme situations show something new about the person. So regarding the mixed groups, as I mentioned, we never mix different type of bikes. So we don't take street bikes with off-road bikes. We don't take the big capacities BMWs with the small engines like 250 bikes, because it just doesn't make sense. Of course, we could do it, but it's stupid. You are not happy, we are not happy. People will complain, someone, it will be too fast or too slow for part of the group. So no, we don't do it. We focus on one type of a tour, and we express it upfront, like a lot, so you can be sure on what kind of tour you actually go and you appoint. So you will be aware upfront that are you going to the luxury tour or asphalt or off-road or tent, and it's up to you which option you like and which option you choose. But we want that you know where you are going and what you expect, because otherwise there could be a lot of misunderstanding, and it's the worst thing you can have actually on your holiday, which you plan for a long time and you want to enjoy the most. So within our offer, within the category of mixed groups, organized tours, you can choose between more asphalt oriented trips or off-road trip. During most of our trips, we use accommodation like hotels or guest houses, so we don't have that much of a tent trips, let's say, that you stay in a tent, but we can do it upon request. Sometimes we combine it with a tour, but it's not that often. But we are all open, so whatever is the need or the wish of the group of people we go with. We know very well the places or the nice spots for camping. So if you prefer to spend the nights this way, it's fine. If you want to have rest in the hotel, it's also fine. So you can share with us your thoughts here. Actually, if you prefer to sleep in a tent or if you prefer to use accommodation, because we are very, very curious always what are the people's wishes, because it changes. And well, yeah, we can follow what you actually like. So please let us know here what do you prefer, and if you go on a trip with others, how you would prefer to spend the nights. As I said, the trips are not only about riding. So of course it's all based on our experience, and we show you what we like the most, so the most interesting parts of the world in the perfect timing. So no monsoon season, no winter, nothing like that. So we know where and when the sun is shining, and this is the moment we try to go on a trip there. And we also make study tours and a lot of inquiries. What are the best spots and things to show people? Because, okay, you can follow the hot spots which are described in every guidebook, but it doesn't make sense, because most of the places which you will remember and which are actually the best are those ones which are off the beaten track. So you will not read about them in the Lonely Planet or this kind of books. You have to go deeper, and you really need to find those places. And we spend, believe us, a lot of time on either trying to find them, riding there and to actually look for them, or to read about them and to get as much as information as we can. So if you have come across on something super interesting that it's not that obvious, please let us know. You can leave a comment here, or you can write us a message, and we will be very happy, and we appreciate if we can get to know this kind of places, because obviously we don't know everything. We usually cooperate with local groups, local riders, to have some advice from them what is the best of, but it's always good to have information about new super interesting spots. As I mentioned, we try to give some small gifts for all of our trips participants. So we prepare, like you saw, the t-shirts for every trip. This is our Patagonia t-shirt from January. We also prepare, well, this is obvious, stickers, so you can put it on your bike, or you can take it to home as you wish, to put it on your car, for example. We prepared so far the buffs, which we love very much, and we think they are super useful. This is our one buff. And I think this is one of the most useful gadgets you can have. We use it every day, really every day on a trip. And we always give it to people that go with us, so they have small memory from motorbirds. And this is the second option. Which colors you prefer, red or blue? Because we have the fans of the red ones and we have the fans of the blue ones, and actually I am divided. I don't know yet, so I like both of them. I don't know which one is more popular. We are also planning to open a small motorbirds shop where you can buy this kind of gadgets, because so far we just provide them for the people for the trips. Yeah, we have a question, yeah? This is what you are telling me. Red, blue. For mixed option of overnight stay would be great. Love tents, but once in a while it would be fantastic to have a nice shower. Kasia. Yeah, Kasia, we agree with you. I mean, tents are great, but yeah, if you imagine you ride every day 6-7 hours, and sometimes, you know, it can be muddy or cold or super hot, and then you are really, really tired. And the last thing you think about in this kind of situation is to actually set up your tent. Imagine you are on the 4,000 meters altitude on Altiplano in South America, and you finish your riding, and it's super windy, you are super tired, and you have to set this tent, and this is the moment you say, Jesus Christ, no, no, no. So yeah, we try to combine it, and most of the people prefer to like focus on riding and then rest. But yeah, we also have customers which are let's say hardcore group, which prefer to stay in the tents as well. So we are open for all suggestions, and we are ready to prepare this and that kind of tour. Guy, you asked about design custom self-guided tours, and you are actually one step ahead of me, because this is the next chapter I wanted to talk about. So the third type of tours, trips or expeditions, however you call it, we offer are so-called self-guided tours. And this is for people who don't like to go in the groups, and we perfectly understand it. You don't have to join our organized tour to actually use our services or to see that we can be really of your help. What we start this year is the self-guided tours. What does it mean? It means that we can provide you with the tracks, list of hotels, all useful informations, all, for example, places where you can service your bikes, all useful tips how to travel in a specific country. According to your needs. So in practice, it means that you don't have to spend weeks, days, and hours preparing the trip, finding all this information, preparing the tracks, etc. If you don't have time or you don't want to do it, we can do it for you, and then you just sit on the bike and you go on a trip, you and your friends, and you don't have the group of people around you. You don't have a guide, you don't have anyone telling you, okay, let's wake up, let's do this, let's do that. It's all up to you. You do it your way, you do it your pace. What we do, we just basically prepare all the necessary information up front for you, so you basically save your time. And then once you are on this trip, we are always open, and we are always there to help you. So if whatever happens on the way, you can give us a call or you can drop us a mail that, hey, come on, I am in trouble here and there, can you help me? And in 99% of the cases, yes, we can, because we know the areas, we know the people. So we'll do our best to actually either, I don't know, send someone or connect you with someone to solve the situation. It is always possible to arrange the motorbikes through us or the support car if you wish so. So we have a group of very reliable partners all over the world who have either support cars or bikes for rent. So we can arrange you, if you go with a group of people, for example, the bikes, the trucks, and the support car. And why you should do it through us? Because we know that these bikes or this specific person or driver or support car are good. You can rely on them, because obviously you can Google everything in internet nowadays, but not all the services are let's say recommended or could be recommended. So if you don't want to end up in the middle of nowhere a bit disappointed because someone told you that the bike would be prepared well and it wasn't, then it's better to use something or someone who already was used before and who can be recommended. So this is us here, and this is where we can help. So don't think that if you are a single traveler, individual traveler, you cannot go with us. You can go with us. It's just the organized tours are not for you. Then you can ask for transport service, you can ask for self-guided tours options, and as I say, it's many options. We can provide you just with the trucks, or with the bikes and the trucks, or with the support car, or with the hotels. The variety is big. It will be all available on our website. We'll add new destinations along the year, so we hope you will find it useful. So far, our trips, we cannot say that we have seasons, because our trips are organized all over the year. For example, the European winter is the South America summer, and when we have summer here, it's summer in Asia too. If there is a dry season in the high mountains, we go there. So despite of the type of work or obligations or commitments which you have, you can always find something for you, because the time is different, okay? So let us know actually if you prefer to have trips in summer or in winter, because we have also here the groups that, okay, I have work as a, I say, for example, gardener, and I can only go in winter. So does it make sense, in your opinion, to organize trips throughout the year? What do you think? Leave us a comment. Or you are more attached to holiday season and you think that, okay, everything should be just focused on the holiday season. We will really appreciate your comments, and of course we will follow them. Okay, now questions. We have questions. Thank you, Agata. What I would do without Agata, I don't know. Yes, Agata is here. Where are the questions? I don't see the questions, Agatka. Okay, I'm so glad. Zoltan. Hello, Zoltan. It's nice to see you. Is there a way to connect with people in advance who are not going to organize trips, but their bikes shipped to the same location in the same shipment? Yes, of course, Zoltan, it is possible. We do it often, and it's one of the things which is super useful for people, because the most common scenario is that there is an individual or two people appointing for the transport, for example, transport to South America, and this is their first time in South America. So they are a bit like uncertain, or they don't want to go completely alone, and they are looking for riding buddies in the same time, which means that people who uses our transport and our containers will be there at the same time. So yes, we connect these people. We always ask, of course, upfront if someone is wanting to share the contact, but we connect the people. We try to connect the same type of travelers, so we know, we talk with people that, okay, these guys will be traveling with tents, and then if someone is asking us, okay, do you know anyone who goes north to Peru and is willing to travel in a way using tents, we say yes, of course, we make inquiry, or we know, and we connect this type of people. So this is a very good question, and I think this is super useful, because we are kind of a hub, a headquarters, because we have connection with all of these different people. So all the information goes through us, and it's easier to connect or to communicate. Okay, the rest, like if I choose to go to Iceland in August, yes, so then we still wish and hope the Iceland transport will take place. We are waiting for the decision of Iceland if it opens the border or not, but we hope it will. And it would be nice to connect with others who ship the bike over at the same time. Okay, yeah, so to answer your questions, we'll let you know in advance if the Iceland transport is taking place, or any other transports which we have in schedule. And if you wish to connect with someone, of course, let us know, either writing a PM on Facebook or an email, and definitely we'll try to connect you with other people. And usually it's successful, so maybe you will find your best friend to write like this, who knows, but yeah, we will do it. Okay, coming to the small surprise which we are actually working on now, and we haven't shared this information yet to anyone. We can say welcome to Poland. Yes, we love Poland. We haven't prepared anything here yet, because we were so busy with going around the world and abroad that we actually didn't have time for this. Which doesn't mean that we think Poland is not worth riding. Actually, it's one of the best destinations for riders. It's kind of mix between very, very interesting culture and diversified nature. We have sea, we have mountains, we have super beautiful lake area. We have one of the biggest and pure ancient forests in Europe. It's called Puszcza Białowieska. We have bisons there, and it's absolutely amazing what you can find here. You can find places with small gravel roads, some villages without electricity still. Yes, it's 21st century, but it happens. Then you can find castles, palaces, You can find the region with lakes connected, so you can actually go through the lakes for a couple of days. It's absolutely amazing. And what we are working on now is preparing trips in Poland for you. So we'll have the option either to provide you with self-guided tours there, which means tracks and attractions and places to go and so on. We will also have the bikes. We cooperate with a Polish company which owns the small Honda CRF 250, the brand new ones, small Africa Twins. They are very, very nice. So we'll work together and we'll prepare the tours on the basis of these bikes. Or the third option, if you want us to transport your bike from other place in Europe to Poland, we can do it every time. But believe me, there is plenty of things to do here, either on road or off road, and it's super, super rich in terms of culture and sightseeing. Food is fantastic. You would be very, very surprised how good is the food, and you would love it. And you can learn some of the Polish expressions, which are, did you know that Polish is one of the most difficult languages in the world? I read the statistics that it's on second or third place. Try to say chrząszcz brzmi w trzcinie, w Szczebrzeszynie i Szczebrzeszyn z tego słynie. Yes, Polish. Or stół z powyłamywanymi nogami. Or this type of things. It's really funny to hear actually. So you can hear some of nice language. And we'll prepare all of it for you. We'll prepare some live sessions from certain spots in Poland. And I guess, and I hope to have your comments later on, and even now, that what you will see, you would never expect. You'll see that Poland is really a wonderland. So with this optimistic accent, I would like to go to the end of our session. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We love your questions, and it was great to see you virtually at least. And hope to see you on the road in close future. Please don't forget to sign up for our newsletter, to sign up to our YouTube channel. It's really, really worth, and there is a lot of movies from our previous trips which are really fantastic, and they can just wake up your imagination where to go next and what is the dream destination. We'll also make a questionnaire on our fan page soon about what would you like to hear in the next live sessions. We have prepared a few topics for the next live sessions. It will be more technical this time. It will be about packing, preparing for the trip from the technical point of view, the packing systems, the checklist, what you have to remember about, not to forget things. So it will be a little bit more technical, and then we'll bring you to Poland so you can join us, but it will all happen along the next month. So thank you very much again. Be updated what is going on. There is a lot of news on our fan page and in our newsletter. Although we are still stuck and borders are closed, we are preparing ourselves for a big opening, which we hope will happen soon. And thank you very much for joining us. See you next time. Bye from all the team, from me and Agata, who is working here behind the scenes.